This is the story of International Harvester, a legacy built and lost. It was an empire built on the sweat of farmers and the innovation of industry. For over a century, International Harvester was a giant, producing tractors, trucks, and machines that transformed agriculture and transportation. But in just a few decades, this once mighty company crumbled. What happened? This is the rise and fall of International Harvester, the rise of an industrial giant. The story begins in the early 1800s with two pioneers, Cyrus Hall McCormick and William Deering. McCormick's invention of the mechanical reaper in 1831 revolutionized farming, making it faster and more efficient. Meanwhile, William Deering's innovations in agricultural equipment helped mechanize farming on a massive scale. These two visionaries built separate companies, both shaping the future of agriculture. In 1902, McCormick's company, Deering Harvester Company, and three others merged to form the International Harvester Company. This new powerhouse dominated the agricultural machinery industry, producing tractors, combines, and tools that fed the world. Under the leadership of the McCormick and Deering families, IH expanded rapidly, setting new standards in farming efficiency and industrial might. From the roaring 20s through the post-World War II boom, International Harvester was unstoppable. The Farmall tractor, introduced in 1924, became one of the most iconic machines in farming history. By the 1950s, IH was producing not just agricultural equipment, but trucks, construction machinery, and even refrigerators. The brand had become a household name, representing durability and American industry at its finest. With factories across the U.S. and a global reach, International Harvester was more than just a brand. It was a way of life. Farmers relied on their tractors, businesses trusted their trucks, and homes used their appliances. But success can be dangerous. And as the years passed, cracks began to form. Trouble brewing, the beginning of the end. The 1970s should have been a golden era, but instead, it was the beginning of the end. Rising fuel costs, economic downturns, and poor management decisions put pressure on the company. But the biggest blow? Labor strikes. In 1979, a massive strike by the United Auto Workers lasted nearly 6 months, costing International Harvester over $600 million. This wasn't just a temporary setback, it was a wound that never fully healed. Production slowed to a crawl, customers looked elsewhere, and competitors seized the opportunity to dominate the market. Meanwhile, competitors like John Deere and Ford were modernizing. IH, on the other hand, was slow to innovate, weighed down by debt and outdated business strategies. Instead of focusing on cutting-edge technology and improving efficiency, the company was struggling just to stay afloat. The cracks widened, and soon the entire company was in freefall. The fall, a titan crumbles. By the early 1980s, International Harvester was hemorrhaging money. Desperate to survive, the company sold off parts of its business, including its construction division. But it wasn't enough. In 1984, the final blow came. International Harvester sold its agricultural division to Tenneco, which merged it with Case to form Case IH. And just like that, the International Harvester name disappeared. The company, now stripped of its core business, rebranded as Navistar, focusing on truck manufacturing. Navistar would later face its own struggles, dealing with lawsuits and financial instability. While Navistar still exists today, the legacy of International Harvester, the brand that once ruled the fields and highways, was over. The legacy of International Harvester. Even though International Harvester is no more, its legacy lives on. Case IH continues to produce some of the most advanced agricultural machinery, carrying the DNA of IH innovation. And Navistar, despite its struggles, remains a player in the trucking industry. But perhaps the greatest legacy is the community of farmers, collectors, and enthusiasts who refuse to let the name fade away. Across the world, International Harvester clubs and events celebrate the machines that once defined an industry. Countless restorations keep the old machines alive, and vintage IH equipment continues to work the fields, a testament to its enduring quality. Lessons from the past. So what can we learn from the rise and fall of International Harvester? Even the biggest companies can fail if they don't adapt. Poor management, labor disputes, and a failure to keep up with the times can bring down even the most powerful brands. For today's companies, the lesson is clear. Innovation, strong leadership, and understanding the needs of workers and consumers are critical. Many once dominant brands have collapsed because they failed to evolve. The story of International Harvester serves as both a warning and an inspiration, a name never forgotten. While the name International Harvester may be gone from new equipment, its machines, its legacy, and its impact on farming and industry will never be forgotten. The red tractors, the roaring trucks, and the spirit of hard work they represented still live on. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories of legendary companies. What company's history should we cover next? Let us know in the comments.